videos of him just sort of popping off in solo queue. We know that Bulldog has some pretty incredible hands. And after seeing what Beryl was capable of doing on the way, I imagine the Glacial Prison going to be very, very dangerous. Let's jump into the Rift here for game number 1.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
All right. Respect Kwangdong fans. They are out in force, or at least they have loud voices. That was louder than I was expecting, especially when it is versus T1. And we are on the T1 side. Oh no, we're on the Kwangdong Freak side. So maybe it was a little bit...
I think this always happens.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit enhanced. But still, very impressed. Often it is a little bit drowned out by the fandom of T1. As already, first damage going to T1. Faker going to be doing that with his orb. Where you want to be. Bulldog also going to be hit by the dissonance here as Ona. He has the flash, and he decides that he's not going to use it. Just going to get it from Bulldog and move away. Very successful from the jungle already.
And that's a really big mistake from Bulldog, because that's a known factor. You knew Ona rather was on that side of the map.
Getting those cooldowns definitely important, as Bulldog without flash, very susceptible. This could be a good gank from Ona, but he's not going to go in. Doesn't want to give away his position. Okay, there it is. And the E is down, and now Bulldog is just dead. There's first blood, and it goes to Faker.
And right now, T1 building up a solid lead.
Zayas just going to ult in. Does pick up another turret shot and takes that one away. Duda going to survive on about 120 health after all is said and done as well. So hopefully he can sort of get himself together, and this is really rough. There we go, the crash down, and Bulldog is just going to get clockwork wind up to death. Faker finds him with the edge of the shockwave, and that is the end.
We finish it unlike what we saw from Viper, who
it was very strange
early.
I don't know why he sold it, but I guess that'll just remain a mystery. Kwangdong Freaks are going to be able to grab the first Drake of the game. It's going to be an Infernal. Let's see what the next one is going to be. See what our soul options are as Taeun. Oh dear, this could be a flash over the wall, and there it is. Cuz is going to be able to secure the Drake, and Ona is just getting flashes left, right, and center.
With Taeun and Bulldog, but actually getting the most out of that, I think is going to be hard. It's not like the T1 composition scales poorly, right? We have, sure, Lucian isn't as great in isolation, I think, but for Taeun, actually dealing damage as on-hit Varus, I think is going to be very hard in this game. There's so much backline dive and ways to get this ball towards Bulldog and Taeun. So the execution for Kwangdong needs to be extremely crisp, and right now, nobody seeing it.
No. But otherwise, Faker are able to ignore it for the most part. 26 CS in the lead, a very similar story on the top side of the map. As this wave comes towards Zayas. He is relatively low. Ona in the vicinity, cuz we'll know exactly what's going on here as Ona is moving in and out of the Kwangdong Freaks' vision. And there it is. Flash has to be used, but is used, and used very well here by Zayas to make sure that he is not dying, cuz the drive-by continuing. Winter's Wrath going to slow down the pursuit of Ona as another combo comes in from Bulldog. Not able to find the full thing, though, onto Faker.
Yeah, old use there. Was looking for, but already such a big lead for T1. And for Kwangdong, we're going to need to see a win somewhere. You know, maybe trying to take down Faker. That would be really big. Pick up the bounty. They do have the one dragon, which will buy them some time towards a certain winning condition for T1. And maybe with some help from the Kevins, we can see them do a little bit of damage to turrets, but they need a win.
Kev, Bob, and Steve got one each on each side. So 3 grubs picked up for T1 and 3 for Kwangdong Freaks. That is certainly good news. Going to aid them in their destruction of the turrets. Going to be a Mountain Soul this game. That's a bit of fun. Faker, Man Protect, pretty strong here as Worldender comes forward. Dudu does his best to stop Zayas from being able to get too far away. And in fact, Zayas kind of winning out on these trades. As Undil and Taeun continuing to have a rough time underneath this outer turret in the bottom lane. Cuz trying to clear out some vision where he can. Zayas coming on over to spot out what's going on here and does notice that, the Gromp is not there. So knows that he'll have to play a little bit more carefully. No ult, no flash. And not a lot of options as he moves towards possible demise. It is going to be an ult going into the win, though, as a teleport is coming in down towards the bottom side. Faker turns up. That's going to be another kill for the GOAT of the mid lane. Not going to augment it with a fourth. That's going to go to Gumayusi. 4-0 here for T1.
Kaz also starting off your combo with an ultimate against a player like Zeus. Can't really expect that to work out as Faker sidesteps Bulldog skills.
Yeah, how many options do you have here, really, as in he goes, and out he goes once again. Zeus just going to come and collect the kill, and Bulldog finds himself 0-3-0. Andil and Taeyeon just holding down this mid lane as best they can. And Bulldog moving towards the bottom lane. There was no one there, allowing him to get a little bit of farm back, but as you can see, he is super far behind. It's not really what you want. 35 CS deficit in that mid lane. And Ona, putting his head in, is going to go for a flash. Magnus Storm connects it onto Taeyeon in the end as the fire kick comes out from Carrier. Gumayusi going to get crushed, but there's just no damage here from Bulldog as Zeus, he's turning up now, gets the flash out with the ulti, sweeping them up. That is a bit of permafrost, so that Zeus is not going to be able to do too much more. But now Taeyeon is in the death chamber because Faker just found him in that raptor pit. Easy pickings here for this very fed Orianna.
Mid lane turret is going to fall, and even though we might not hit the kill them on the, what was it, 20, 25 minutes, 22 minutes for shellacking?
Yeah, 25 minutes, under 25 minutes.
Well, you know what, that we might hit that. Right now, Guangdong is just losing on the entire bottom half of the map, and all their attention towards the top lane. Also hasn't.
Zeus wanting to get back towards this turret, and Taeyeon once again taking a huge combo here as the culling comes in, while Growth comes out, Chains of Corruption goes wide, and Gumayusi wants to find it, but Taeyeon standing his ground. Oh, Andil, unfortunate. Nice little target change there from Gumayusi to get that kill, and now Ona is cantering towards the Varus, and he does avoid some stuff, but the Magnus Storm...
Wait!
Never mind. Sometimes you just get aftershocked, you know?
Oh, Taeyeon giggling as well.
Okay, ulti gonna get him out of there as teleports coming in. Teleports from everywhere, actually, as Faker's going to flash. Ult comes through from Bulldog there as well as the flash forward from Dudu. Pulled back by the Infernal Chains, 900 gold. Goes to Kaz as Zeus is dashing forward. Not sure about that one. Not dead for a little while. Actually manages to take down two. Never you mind. He is a monster. It's a triple kill.
Then Guangdong is like, Hail Mary play. Let's give it a go. And Zeus looks at them and says, no. That was a 1v3.
Man, that looked like he was just definitely dead. And now we've got another team fight as Ona is going to be taken down relatively low. It's a decent Chains of Corruption, but there's just no items. There's no damage. There's no options here for the Guangdong Freaks. And now Gumayusi is chasing down Andil once again. Oh, that's a heavy wallet. Right in the back of the head, Chronicler.
One of these players being as fed as they are would already constitute an unsolvable problem, but it's
everyone. Yeah. Yeah.
It's every single one.
As Bulldog going to get ulted here by Zeus, whose soul is unbound, and now somewhat pleased as, a little bit of a roundabout there. Carrier just going for it, just wants to, okay. Just a bit of a crash into the side of the wall.
He's playing Mario Kart!
He is, and he's going to need Cooper to put him back on the track, I think, as now Kaz diving forward. Gumayusi is going to be taken down, all right. There's a little bit of something here from the Guangdong Freaks. While Growth helping Kaz out there a lot as Faker was in the top lane dealing with this pesky outer turret. It's an 11,000 gold lead, but at least there's a second kill for Guangdong Freaks.
Many of the T1 players were, we just want to have fun. Well, that
looked like fun to me. That looked like fun to me. As Kaz loses half his health bar, it's not very fun to beat this Sejuani in this game. Was able to help get a kill just before, but the immediate revenge there from Gumayusi does come forward. Inner turret now going to go down. And Guangdong Freaks, I mean, there's bounty gold on the table here, Chronicler. 3 minutes until shellacking has been avoided, perhaps. I'd probably still call it that.
Even if they don't end, has it really?
Yeah, no. Well, Zeus is now buying a little bit of attention as the Baron is going to be taken down here. Pretty basic Baron this time around. Just the regular one. And yeah, all right, there's no chance of doing anything about this.
Let's get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
POG, is it Ona or is it Faker?
I'm giving it to Carrier for the Mario Kart.
Okay, but if we're doing that, then you give it to Zeus for the 1v3.
No, I'm giving it to... I mean, Zeus is the correct call, but Carrier is the based call.
Play. Definitely gonna have an impact on this game.
Oh.
As there they go!
All right, can Zeus get POG right here, right now? He is going to ult towards Andil. Oh, that's a bit of a cute one. He's dead. Okay, so maybe not. And now Chains of Corruption coming in. Faker. All right, the ulti is going to pop. Another Infernal Chains does a lot of work. He's not dead just yet, though. And now Cuz is going to get stunned up. Tayan was thinking about going for a back. He is very, very low. That is true. And Carrier, the frontline Melio, he is bloodthirsty. He is dangerous. And Ona has a Magnet Storm. Tayan, oh dear. He does have a barrier, uses the shield quite effectively and stays alive for some time. But Gumayusi is going to say no to that one. It's a double kill. Cuz is also dead. And we mentioned wallets before. They are going to once again come crashing down like a stack of bricks on top of Kwangdong Freaks. And T1 are going to follow that to the Nexus, I could assume.
I don't think they are. They're not even pushing mid in here.
Well, maybe not right now, but I think eventually a Nexus will fall this game.
Yeah.
And I think the likelihood of it being a Kwangdong Freaks Nexus is looking high.
This is the type of game that hairbets are built on. That's what I'm thinking. There is...
Oh, yeah.
Might be able to just end it on this push. Health bars are semi-low, but with the amount of effective gold available for T1, I don't think that's going to matter a whole lot.
Yeah, if Kwangdong Freaks win this game, I will grow out my hair and make only pigtails on each side. That's my bet. So we'll see whether Kwangdong Freaks can bring that to us, but it's not looking good as T1 close in on the inhibitor turret towards the top side of the map. Jisung gave me a lot of question marks in the teleprompter, just to let you guys know. So she is really confused about what this hairbet even means. Is now Taeun. He's getting taken down extraordinarily low. Cuz now 50%. Zeus is right in towards the back line, and a wild growth means nothing to this Yone. He will still cut you down where you stand. Good flash there from Cuz. Feels like a delaying of the inevitable. And I don't know whether the pigtails are going to be a reality chronicler. It's a little bit unfortunate. As Kwangdong Freaks, one last opportunity for defense. Flash forward there from Zeus. So much damage from this Yone. Magnet Storm is fantastic, but a fountain is still somewhat dangerous. Gumayusi not too worried about this whole situation, though. He's got a pocket Melio and a Dream, and he's just feeling invincible. The Nexus is exposed. The flash forward from Gumayusi. So much DPS. This is what the Lucian is first picked for, I guess. And the Nexus will go down. Pop goes the Lucian, but so does the Nexus. T1 win game.
Fortunately,
I really like that sign. So Jisun just told me the sign says pick Na, and we get an Ornn instead. So that's not exactly the same thread as LeBlanc going to be the last pick here for Bulldog. Something that has been on the ban list a lot. And in fact, feels like blue side bans are often, the LeBlanc slides in their third. This time around, it was, of course, the Aphelios that was on the list to not allow that to be the answer to the Lucian that T1 picked up as their first pick. So I like this draft a whole lot more for Kwangdong Freaks, and we'll just see whether the outcome is going to be different. Because Kwangdong, it can't get worse than game one. See whether it goes better in game two. All right, we can hear some desperation, a little bit of Kwangdong fans kind of off sync as okay
Bulldog.
He's upset about what happened in game number one, and he is ready to play ball.
This is the only way to come back after a game like that, though, where you get absolutely
bodied,
mega bodied by Faker and Owner.
Yeah,
that both of them.
But also after being chain ganked like that, to have the bravado to say, "Well, I just won't take flash."
And Ornn. So we'll see to what extent they can use that as the gank on top.
Oh dear. Okay, Dudu already flashing, does avoid the knock-up, but Owner's able to close the gap. Great knock-up there as the Bellows Breath comes in. Brittle is procced, and Dudu is dead. Owner collects first blood yet again.
And maybe now an opportunity for Cuz. Don't forget, heal was down, barrier still down as well.
Oh, the answering play. All right, let's see. As Gumayusi trying to get himself to safety, does get pulled back, will be taken down. Let's see whether they keep themselves alive under the turret here as Taehoon really wanting to get this kill. Is the barrier going to be used, and now Ona will turn up. That will keep Keria alive. A second World Atlas is going to be picked up here by Gumayusi, but the 1-1 still not going to be reflected in the gold or anything like that, but looking for some Kevins here. As Cuz already taken down Steve, only got Bob and Kev to go. So that is going to help out, especially when, like you were talking about, there is side laning opportunities, especially for this AD LeBlanc. So some positives. Quantum Freaks this time just hoping for a more even game of League of Legends. The last one was certainly a little bit more of a show match here for T1. They're going to start off the first streak here, going to be Hextech out of the gate.
And I'm not convinced yet that this is a good trade. And we're going to have to see as the season progresses whether or not giving up an early dragon is worth it. But Kwangdong, just with some threatening and some posturing, is actually able to deny an opportunity to T1 to trade. So I'm going to be feeling good about that one.
Yep, not the end of the world. Doesn't feel fantastic if you are the Rumble player, but sort of the result if you do get targeted for the first owner gank. And he's been very good this year. Just being able to be in the right place at the right time, get T1 off on the right foot. Because there were, you know, some criticisms levied towards Ona, especially during the summer season.
Yeah.
I think so much of that was remedied at Worlds, and it looks like he's carried that forward here into 2024.
As Cuz is 6, that is quite big. Owner isn't just yet.
Yep, they're dashing forward. Gumayusi going to get slowed down. There's the cease and desist. They pick up the Lucian, and he is going to be taken down. 0-2 now for Gumayusi out of the gate. Quantum Freaks find a gold lead.
But Taehoon is quite fat, is actually sitting on a gold lead, but we do have another gank from Owner. No flash on Taehoon.
Yep, Tidal Wave comes in. Taehoon going to avoid it. There is the sidestep on the Chains of Corruption as well, as Owner has one thing on his mind. There's the knockup. Bubble connects as well, and the culling to finish it off. Cuz just not going to break his stride, going to stay on that dragon. No way that he could have saved his AD carry there. So Taehoon sent to the Death Chamber for the first time so far this game. Still better than game number 1, but this is T1 moving themselves back into a good position as the Ornhorn has been rang. There's the knock-up onto Dudu. Equalizes decent as now he's looking to try and turn it, but oh my goodness, there's the flash forward. Zeus wants to find even more. Needs another Bellows Breath or a dash. As there it is, he does dash on forward and the Bellows Breath comes in. That's the solo kill for the Ornn. That Ornn has a lot of different classes. If you're making a D&D character, of course something that LS spoke about all the time.
Package.
Yeah. Can get out of any situation here as now the rocket not going to quite land there as Bulldog just trying to be frustrating. Remember, these two, if they do go to Quantum Freaks, they will have the Void Mites, the mini Kevs. As they are standing in here, there is 4. And this last one, Cuz is able to grab it, does mean that they will have a lot of assistance taking down these turrets. So there we go, able to lock down 5. Nicely done.
Yeah, solid decision on T1's part to give this up, but very well done by Kwangdong to identify that even with Dudu, none of his results, but just hold up, Taehoon.
Yeah, another big teleport towards the backside. Faker's turned up and Taehoon's going to flash in. He's looking to try and go for the 1-for-1, and he is going to be able to find it there. Faker, though, he'll collect 2 for himself. And it is a T1 trade. Still making the best of a bad situation there, you could say, for Taehoon. And Bulldog going to be able to return the favor as well here in this mid lane, grabbing a couple of plates for himself as Ona turns up. Also, shout out to their new challenger support there with his skin choice.
On the whole, that's the best you're going to get in that scenario.
Absolutely. And Ona now in position. Cuz moves on down as well. Both of them standing on their own control wards. Feeling pretty safe about the situation. Another plate does go over. Gonna have a look at it again. Oh my goodness, 17-game winning streak, as now Gumayusi takes Cuz on a merry jaunt, but he's still going to go down. Ona fighting them within the Cataclysm here, but it's not going to be a good sign. And now Bulldog's turned up. Oh my goodness, this turret really has... Yeah, it's a bit angry, as Keria is looking a bit like a fish out of water chronicler. What do you reckon? Yeah, Cuz going to be able to take that kill. Nice bubble. to grab one on the back end, but that's a bit of a disaster for T1 on the bottom side of the map. Nicely played here from Kwangdong Freaks. I guess just sailing by majestically, having a good time. Sometimes you do want to just throw out some of that damage. Taeyoon with the most damage dealt in the game. And they're looking for their second dragon. Kwangdong Freaks will be able to see exactly what kind of soul we're dealing with, and Kwangdong Freaks is going to be very close to it as well. And it is going to be Ocean Soul. Oh no, Chemtech Soul. So we'll have some Mega Cones to deal with. Sorry, Valdez.
Don't think we had a Chemtech Soul. Maybe we had one, but
I don't think we've had one yet. Get some damage onto Ona. Faker getting out of there.
Cuz? There's no turrets!
Yeah, the flash has to be used, and he's going to flash. Gets that cease and desist, and now Bulldog with the Mimic Distortion, able to get in there and grab that kill. Taeyoon could be in trouble now as well, as Gumayusi gets the double tap, and now Andal could be in trouble as well, but the tidal wave a little bit short there as Carrier optimistic use of it. Try and lock down the Melio. So a 1-for-1 in the end. Gold very, very even. Kwangdong Freaks still firing, still finding these opportunities.
Big mistake from Faker. Could have been an opportunity for T1 to just take a big win, as Guma is toasted.
Yeah, welcomed by an equalizer as he walked towards that brush, and Dudu will just obliterate him. Ona with the Mega Cone does make it all the way towards this mid lane, clear out these minions. So that outer turret will stand for the moment. And this is the problem, right? When T1 now start fighting around Zeus, that's when things become dangerous. He is very scary. Okay, yeah, Gumayusi is apparently pretty scary as well. Bloodsong now completed.
Yeah, 2 and 5, but the 2 part is the important one, as well as the fact that, as you point out, he does have his support quest. And possible counter answer for Kwangdong, but with the teleport, I think it's just going to be the mid lane turret.
Yeah, so Outer is going to be claimed. And the Rift Herald goes over to T1 here as well. So Faker coming up to tidy up the top lane. The inner turret does stand for now, but it is getting pretty low. Zeus having to invest the teleport to defend is good news. Kwangdong Freaks trying to keep this map as open as possible, keep themselves in a bit of control. Just kind of crazy. Has an upgraded Stormrazor here as well. Yeah, it's just another day in the office here, even though the early game went not so good. T1 getting to work on their first dragon of the game.
Oh, they're actually going to contest. Kwangdong taking a risk. Packages available for Faker.
Yeah, feeling the clock a little bit here. Kwangdong Freaks not wanting to give this one up, this advantage that they do have. Oh my goodness, the Light Slinger doing so much work. There's the package delivered to Taeyoon, who misses the Chains of Corruption, and Faker will keep himself alive. It's a double kill here for Gumayusi, as now Kwangdong Freaks going down solo. Make that one a triple! As Faker looking for these rockets. Gumayusi desperately wanting a quadra kill. He's not going to get it, but they'll grab... Oh, he almost gets it. But they'll grab themselves a dragon. And Cuz and Dudu just going to run for the hills.
And the dragon will go to T1. Kwangdong is able to stay away from a full disaster, trading 3 for 2.
With that triple kill, has moved to a 300 gold advantage over Taeyoon. Not to mention the support item helping out. So, Shelly makes her way in. Ona going to drive this one towards the outer turret in mid. Hope Carrier is taking notes. And there it goes. Now could be another charge as Gumayusi looking for Taeyoon, gets a double tap with the Light Slinger, but not going to do too much meaningful damage. Will guarantee the charge though, as now Bulldog looking for that flank angle. Let's see what he can find. Cease and desist, Cuz goes in. The equalizer is decent, but Cuz just evaporates. Faker going to be taken down though, as now Bulldog's clone is running amok. And they're going to have to flash, and oh my goodness, Taeyoon! He was there, then he wasn't, and it's another triple kill for Gumayusi. From 2 and 5 to 8 and 5. Chronicler?
That's a comeback story that I'm sure Kwangdong fans aren't too happy about. And they do take down Faker, but at what cost? Way too much. That's what. That was not a good deal for Kwangdong. Bulldog is going to try and salvage something here. Maybe can somehow get himself a miracle steal.
Zeus headbutts the wall. And oh, Bulldog gets caught by the bubble. Still makes it out, as the Mega Cone is going to send him to Narnia. And that should mean that the Baron is going to go over uncontested. Dudu not even in the area, wants to get themselves a consolation prize.
The owner can now just EQ and ult, and Taeyoon will probably die every single time.
Yeah, or he stands back really far and all of his structures die.
Yeah, because he does need to hit people.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe Kwangdong, I do hope they can hold on, game still was a market improvement over the last one, but T1 pushing in now at 26 minutes.
Yeah, these turrets do not stand for very long against this Corki and Lucian, especially not with Bulldog not there to defend. He is going to be able to get themselves a turret on this top side. There's going to be 5 turrets taken here as now Kaz goes a little bit too far forward. Gumayushi with the culling just goes straight through the Vi, and the rest of the team are also just turning to dust. A double for Faker and a double for Guma, and they are not stopping there. Nexus turrets in their sights, and T1 earning themselves a pretty early night here with a 2-0 over Kwangdong Freaks. Bulldog not even safe on his fountain as T1 get to work. My goodness. They are looking like they're a bit angry about the result of the match against Gen G, and they've tidied things up here, taking down Kwangdong Freaks pretty comfortably.